Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Danganronpa Antebellum Lockdown. I did a little oopsie daisy. I forgot to save after finishing the last episode and I exited out of the game. So I had to go through all that. Luckily, it's just pressing the Z button the whole time, but still, it's annoying. Anyways, we have free time now. Let's go do some free time activities. Excuse me. Let me save here. Okay, so what the hell just happened? Yeah, that meeting was pretty intense, huh? No, not that. Huh? First Alora, then Fu. What the hell is... He came to you too? What do you mean too? Should I just go and say it? You seriously fell for that shit? Ah, well. Did you at least get something out of it? I can't talk about it. Typical. I just hope you didn't get scammed. Me too. Well, good luck with that. I've got to get this done. I'll talk to you later, alright? I need to find Z right now. Right, good luck. Okay. Sigh. I don't know how to interact with her. What? Seriously, just don't worry about it. I'm sure Asuka suddenly following Micah around everywhere has nothing to do with whatever it is. Ah, good, she is being... God, you're so bad at hiding shit. Laura coughed a little bit, raising her eyebrow at me. I'll leave you alone. I'm sure you've got your own shit to figure out. Right. Oh my god. This is... Hey, maybe you're learning to bite back. That's cute. I just hope you didn't do anything irresponsible. Nah, not yet at least. Not yet. I'm not making any promises for later. We've still got our dares to do, you know? Still, it's kind of strange he's going for multiple of us. He's definitely up to something. I just don't really get it. He came up to me and gave me this, like, really awkward pep talk about my secret. Like, girl, what's that all about? I don't want his pity. I don't want him knowing any of that shit, quite frankly. At least he's not holding it above me, I guess. We could tell Dr. Elenius about it. She might be able to do something about it. I'm not sure. She seems off today. How so? It doesn't matter. Sure it doesn't. You don't need her anyway. We're all more than capable adults. We can figure this shit out, I'm sure. How about we compare notes and hang out for a bit? Maybe we'll be able to piece together what he's planning. Or if it's just Fu being Fu. Yes, Lyra. Sounds like a plan to me. I need something to distract myself today anyway. Ah, then you come to the right place. I'm prime distraction material. Right. My last chat with Lyra was weirdly depressing for her standards, but what was more shocking to me was the way she was able to brush it all off and play it off as not a big deal. I couldn't help but be a little concerned for the girl. She was capricious, obnoxious, obscene, frustrating, annoying, and yet I still always felt compelled to come back. Maybe I thought this time, since we'd all grown closer, we'd be able to have a more productive conversation about a crime. Hey, Lyra, I have a question. It's always questions with you, huh? Never, hey Lyra, how you doing today? Sorry, I just think it's an easy way to start a conversation. Well, whatever. I don't really mind. Hit me. You said last time you promised yourself you'd never let yourself be overly dependent on others again. How exactly did you achieve that? Huh? I thought I brought this up before. I mean, I think it's fairly obvious, isn't it? I just started using the fact I could make myself whatever I wanted to start morphing myself into the ideal of whoever I was leeching off of. Become the perfect person they just have to keep around. The type of person they're scared to lose. Isn't that exactly what she was doing before, though? What's changed? You see, all that busy getting all that busy being dependent, hopping from person to person, I got a pretty good grasp on people as a whole. Meeting so many people let me see a whole bunch of different perspectives, a whole bunch of ways people work, what they like, what they don't like, what makes them tick. The way people just justify doing certain things to make themselves, certain things to themselves, the way they'll react, just how much you need to give someone to make them want more. It's actually what made me pretty good at debates. Like, competitively, people fucking hate me. God knows when I was on his team, Cal became real unpopular in the debate circuit. It's because I would get under people's skins without breaking any guidelines. Oh, and I was good at it. People would let their guards down around me because, like, I'm me, you know? It's easy to take one look at me and assume I'm not really listening or taking things seriously. You can say that again. Wow, rude. But people would be surprised when it turns out I was actually a real good listener. Because I wasn't just listening to what people were saying, I was listening to what they weren't saying. The way their eyes twitched when they talked about something, how they stumbled over a certain word, their palms getting sweaty. You could discern pretty easily what the weaker parts of their arguments were. Those were the ones you targeted. Huh. Okay, why are you looking at me like that? What did I say? You seem different when you talk about debate. Good difference? Yeah, absolutely. It's like you have a proper spark. You must be pretty proud of your debating abilities, huh? Well, like, yeah, absolutely. But it's not usually what people want to talk about. It's kind of just, whatever. Like, once again, I'm proud of it, but I kind of got my talent as hush money. So it's not like I'm the super most special awesome debater in the world or whatever. But I enjoyed it, especially over the radio. There's no faces or visuals over the radio, just your words. So people have to listen to them. It felt good, man, to have a space where people would tune in and listen and not care about looks or how much I had to drink that night or... I don't know. It was nice to have a space where I felt like I didn't have to put down others to become one of the boys and actually get taken seriously. Plus, I could kind of broadcast from anywhere. So it was real handy if I had landed myself in a tricky situation. Like with one of the people you had manipulated into letting you into staying by becoming their ideal. Absolutely! You're getting it, man. Like, usually I'd be able to stay for a while, especially if I kept up my whole act. But once drugs got involved, yeah, no, that kind of put a deadline on things. If they did, why on earth did you involve them in the first place? I don't know, it just kind of happened. I can't remember when it started. I remember I was out one night partying as you do. How old were you again? What are you, a cop? Yup, Officer Shinku. Anyway, someone offered me weed, and it's just weed. It doesn't hurt anyone, so like, sure, why not? Then I was spoken with a guy, and he was using painkillers. He offered me some, and I didn't want to be a baby about it, so sure, why not? And I'm guessing that spiraled into you trying more and more things. Yeah, I mean, At first I was just going along with it, but then, I don't know, it felt good. I felt more mature, older, like I was fully an adult when I did them. Or at least I hoped people would take me more seriously. I guess I thought if I felt that way, I'd feel like I had more shit figured out. It kinda just messed things up, but, you know, too deep in now to quit. Whoops. I mean, anyway, all my drug bullshit was often intertwined with whoever I was staying with. Whether they got me hooked on something, or I got them hooked on something, it didn't really matter. Shit would hit the fan eventually. I just had to make sure I bounced right before it happened. Does that make me an asshole? Yeah, absolutely. But you know what, Shinko? At least I wasn't the one getting left. At least I wasn't the one who was overly dependent and twisting myself to pieces trying to please someone. I was happy to be a manipulative bitch if it meant I wouldn't be the one getting hurt again. But you still were. Huh? You still were making yourself into something you were not. Twisting yourself into whatever the other person wanted. No. I was doing it on purpose to seduce them or draw them in, or whatever. It's not intent. I wasn't doing it maliciously. You're doing it so they take you in. Like you were when you were younger. The only thing that really changed was your perspective on it. It almost makes me wonder if you were still scared of being left. You just made sure you didn't get attached again. You just reframed things to make yourself feel less helpless. Lara stood stunned for a moment, my words clearly hitting a bit too close to home. No, I... Just shut up! You don't know anything about what I did. Don't act like I'm the victim here. You would want to feel like you had the power too if you were that dependent. Don't... Maybe it started as me just lying to feel like I had some agency in this situation, but I promise you by the end it wasn't. Don't act like I'm stupid. I'm not. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. It's okay. I need a bit. Sorry. Lara turned and walked off before I could say anything else. I don't know if I'd overstepped or not, but I felt like it was something she needed to hear whether she wanted to or not. I don't think continuing on like this was productive for anyone, especially her. If she thought differently, I was certain she would have had an argument to debate me with. But I think instead, she was listening to what I had to say for far more than she wanted me to know. Level 3, Mental Metamorphosis. Metamorphosis! Jevil, I love Jevil. Luckily, being able to distract myself made the afternoon come faster than I had expected. I had initially planned to spend the rest of my day continuing to be cooped up in my cell, hoping that Fu would uphold his promise of having someone to watch over Maiko. I could talk to her tomorrow, explain everything then. It would all be okay then. She'd forgive me, she'd understand it was for my dare. However, my plans to stay inside was interrupted as I heard a commotion going outside my cell. Two people appeared to be arguing. My curiosity got the better of me, and I stepped out. Pygmalion! I thought this was a theme relating to, Ismini. I stood on the upper railings, looking down at the figures below. Fu and Takiko.
Seriously?
Just do it. Heh. Sure about this, kid? Last chance to back out. I can't exactly back out now. You already told me that secret. You said it yourself. A deal's a deal. Well, you know, I'm an honest man. If I want to back out and pay for it some other way, I'm not gonna fault you. Just get it over with. This is easiest. I don't want to be in debt. I don't want anyone else to have anything else above me. It seemed Fu had continued his train of making deals and bargains with others, this time preying on Takiko. I considered intervening, but I believed it would cause more issues. The best course of action seemed to be waiting until anything actually happened. Then I could intervene and catch him in the act. Heh, you're tougher than I thought, kid. Well, hey, it's your choice, if you're so certain. Just cut to the chase, get it over with. Fu seemed to hesitate for a moment. What are you waiting for? You asked to do this. We can get this over with quickly, here. Takiko pointed to a certain part of her body. I couldn't tell where exactly she was pointing it to from my perspective. If you do it here, it won't cause any issues. So, just get it over with. Right, right. No need to be so eager. Before I could process what was happening, Fu pulled out a knife, pressing it against the spot Takiko had pointed to. He stayed there for a moment, grating his teeth. Eh, knife sprite comes back. Hey, kid. You sure you don't want to change into something else first? I don't want to ruin your dress. It looks expensive. Are you serious? Just get it over with. I don't want it to be done. I just want it to be done. Right. Right, yeah. Wait, was he going to? Just do it. What's the holdup? I couldn't just stand by and watch this. I raced down the stairs to try to help, but before I could, Fu's shaking hand took the knife and dropped it to the ground. Hi, Fu. He turned his face away from Takiko, moving his hands through his hair nervously before the grown man dropped to his knees.
Wang?
God damn it. I can't do this. I can't.
What are you?
This awful, rotten world. God, I've seen so much. I've seen what this world does to girls like you. Girls who aren't doing anything but trying to live. I've seen so many different horrible things people do. And it's everywhere. And it's everyone. The kindest guy you know can do the most despicable things behind closed doors. It makes me sick. And they treat it like a joke. Like it's fun. It's... God damn it. And you have to smile and laugh at all these filthy, money-hungry pigs in suits, trying to pretend you don't think they're pure scum. Those bastards. I'm so scared. I'm fucking terrified that my Tian has to grow up in a world like this. This world is so cruel and unfair to you girls. There's so many things that can hurt you. That can hurt Tian. I never want to be one of those things. Never. I can't bring myself to make this world harder for you. No. Especially when it's practically already hell for you. I'm not a good dad. Not at all. I know that, but... I can't die here. I can't. I've got to get out to make sure I can protect Tian from a world like this. At the very least. I'm sorry, kid. I can't do it. I'll let this game make me into whatever it wants. But I draw the line at this.
How couldn't he bring himself to look at Takiko, keeping his head in his hands? That was until the rental sister gently reached out and put a hand on top of his head, patting it a little.
It's okay. I don't blame you.
Well, I'll be honest, I don't really like you. Eh, I figured. I can't forgive you for stabbing Suki. I never will. I respect that you're willing to fight for Tian, more than you could ever know. I wish my dad was half as willing to fight for me. Kid. Don't pity me. It's okay, really. If he was still around, I probably wouldn't have my talent. Don't you think that would have been a good thing? I mean, absolutely not financially, but it isn't fair that all that was placed on you so young. Not really, but to say the truth, I do love my talent with my whole heart and soul. It's tiring. I feel like giving up a lot, but I wasn't a very happy child growing up. My talent helps me spread just a little bit of happiness into the world, however I can. This world is cruel, hard, and doesn't care. Some people don't deserve happiness, not at all. I like giving it to people who deserve it. I like giving people the motivation to even just go outside and live. I like making people believe there's good in this world. It's easier to keep on living if you think that way, isn't it? It's been so long since I've thought that way, I can hardly remember. The world will always be unfair to girls like me. It's just the way things are. It shouldn't be that way, I know, but it's the reality of it all. But us girls are a lot more resilient than some people give us credit for. You find ways to fight back, to feel like you've got control in your life, to find support, solidarity, protection. Others would say I went too far trying to get back control. But even if one of those people who died were someone who was going to go on and hurt a young girl, I can't say I regret it. I can respect that. Okay, maybe we shouldn't be encouraging her to feel no regrets. But the point is, no matter how cruel this world is, Tiana is a smart girl. She'll figure it out. If the world is cruel and harsh to her, there are people out there who won't just sit back and let it happen. And if nothing else, I know she'll be hella strong, just like her mother. That seemed to give Phil a bit of his spark back. He rose to his feet and smiled a bit. Sorry, kid. You probably didn't want all that after the bombshell I already dropped on you earlier. It's fine. I'm built to handle it. I looked down at the two of them. There was something strange in Takiko's behavior. I couldn't quite place my finger on it. But I wondered if she was just trying to comfort Fu, or if she was serious about wanting a father who fought for her more. I'm glad my dad was so kind and supportive of me. But looking back on it now, whenever Akari was arguing with my mother, my dad would always stay quiet or slip out to the community garden. I wonder if Akari felt like... You've got to come quick! Before I could say anything else, my train of thought was interrupted by the doors behind me slamming open, and out-of-breath Asuka bursting into the common room. Everyone's attention turned to them. Huh, kid? What's up? Something happened? You were meant to be watching. It's Maiko! Oh god. What happened? I don't know, I got distracted and turned my back and she took something. What was it? I don't know. She refused to tell me. I'm just not taking any chances. No way. Where is she? The infirmary, do any of you know where Got it. I wasn't going to take any chances. I had to see her right away. I needed her to be okay. Without a second thought, I turned to leave, hearing someone yelling after me. Wait, kid! You're there! I don't care. I'm not letting it happen again. I couldn't live with myself if I did. And that was the bottom line of it. I didn't care how my reputation was stained, how my career was impacted. I didn't care anymore. I just knew I couldn't make the same mistake again. Even if it was wrong. This was my second chance. I had to make it right this time. Did she finally do it right? Oh, fuck you. I raced to the infirmary, rushing inside. Maiko! Maiko, are you there? No response. Coco? Shinku? Is that you? Maiko! Thank God I found you. What happened? What did you take? I'm so sorry. It's fine. It's really fine. It's okay. Here, hey. I just need to know what you took. Promise you won't get mad. Please? I won't. I won't. Just... Michael handed me a small bottle. It was still half filled. She turned her head away from me as I read the label. Tanning pills? Why would you... My mother used to make me take them. She thought they'd make me more popular. She never wanted to end up in Japan. She was so stuck in her own world of standards she knew growing up, she refused to listen. I think she wanted to go back to when she was a teen. I think she was happier then. I hated taking them. I hated looking so different. I felt like I'd messed up from being who I was. I didn't need anyone else adding to that feeling. Reminding me how different I was. How ugly I was. Don't say that. It's true. No, it's not. You're beautiful, Maiko. Don't lie to me just to make me feel better. You're the worst, Shinku. If I was really pretty, I wouldn't just be the friend people make when they have no other choice. Coco, I'm being honest. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to lash out at you. I know you're just trying to be kind, but... Well, you don't have to worry. I only took 7... That's still a lot. Are you feeling okay? My tummy hurts, but I threw most of them up. I'm not going to die. I'm just going to feel pretty bad for a bit. I don't want to die, don't worry. I didn't want to do this. I'll get Dr. Linnaeus. She can double check. I don't want to take any chances. No, don't do that. I'm sorry. I'm being selfish again. I told myself I could handle this without you, that it wouldn't bother you, but... Shit. Oh, no? Okay. I pressed a button. But apparently it just didn't do anything. I thought it messed it up because it went silent. Can you please just stay here with me for a moment? I looked in her eyes. There was something different. It wasn't her big, usual puppy eyes, but I still felt compelled to stay nonetheless. Okay. Michael pulled herself up from the floor and sat quietly on the infirmary bed, barely making eye contact with me, but trying nonetheless. There was something different about her today.
Sorry about earlier. I really am. I should have said something. I should have defended you.
So I know there are there are a few artists who work on this game. I don't dislike this artist's style. I just don't think it meshes well with the rest of the other ones. Like, it's not bad. I do really like it. I just think it's not. I just don't think it meshes well with the others.
No.
Huh?
You're right, Shinku. I shouldn't be coddled like this. This whole time I just kept running, hiding from the truth, hiding from the fact I'm an adult because it was safer, easier. But that's exactly what Dracul was doing too, wasn't it? It's no wonder you used me as a replacement for him. It's okay. I don't blame you. But it's been obvious from the start. It hurt at first, but I'm used to it. I'm never really anyone's first choice. I was just happy to have someone willing to reach a hand out to me, so I just pretended not to know. I wanted to seem more oblivious to you. I thought you'd keep taking care of me if I did. I'm sorry. That wasn't fair on you. I'm a fully grown adult woman. I should be able to face this, but I didn't want to think. I didn't want to change because that would be admitting that I'd really messed up. And I knew I'd messed up. I knew what I was doing was awful. I really did. I just felt it was so awful. There was no way I could ever even start to make amends for it. So why even try? If I let people coddle me, if I didn't make progress, I wouldn't have to face just how much I'd have to change to even start to make up for what I'd done. But things can't go on and continue like this. Something has to change. I've known that for a while.
You just didn't admit it for so long because you were scared?
Yeah, a little. But in truth, I didn't know what I was anymore without Yui. Without Yui, I felt worthless. And I know that's silly. I'm an ultimate. I'm successful in my own right, but it was always, I like this character's voice, and never, I like Yuzuki's voice acting. I never really existed to anyone, and maybe it was better that way. I was scared if I got too much attention, people would see how weird and strange I really was. Yui was the opposite, front and center. She was her talent, fully and completely. People came for her. I thought, in part, I could live through her. If someone close to me was loved and treasured and adored, I could feel what it was like vicariously without having to put my own self out there. And if I was loved by someone as successful and wonderful as her, I couldn't be a total screw-up, could I? At least that's what I thought. But I've stomped all over her legacy and our friendship. Any love and care she felt for me is gone. And it's all my fault.
Maiko, you're being a little too...
I'm not being harsh on myself. I'm being realistic. I can't deny it any longer. If I do, I'm just going to feel more and more guilty until it all builds up and gets too much again. I shouldn't have based my self-worth and validation entirely on her and what she thought. It meant I didn't know how to live without her. I just kept lying that she'd come back. That she'd forgive me because I couldn't live with myself if she didn't. That would be confirmation that nothing I did helped. That it was all for nothing. That I'd ruined both of our lives for no reason. And so I just kept waiting. waiting and watching her from afar, stagnating and waiting for her to come back. Because I didn't even know how to begin living and moving forward without her. She'd become such a big part of my life. But while I was waiting, staying at the same place, she just kept moving further and further away, growing and changing until I knew less and less about her. I felt I had to keep up, try to learn anything I could, so I could convince myself that I hadn't entirely lost her. But looking back on it now, all that waiting, all that refusing to move forward is what has left me so out of touch, so disconnected, so childish. I can't stand being the person I am anymore. I can't stand being Maiko.
But you don't. You don't always have to be like this.
I know. It's just terrifying. I don't even know what I am without her anymore. I'm terrified of trying to grow, trying to change, and realizing I'm just like this. That I can't help myself. I can't fix myself. I don't want to go through all the pain and hurt of growing and moving forward, only to still hate myself at the end of it.
I understand. It's scary, but you can go at your own pace, one step at a time. You don't need to immediately race to the end. You might hate who you are at some points, have dips, low moments, bumps, and plateaus of progress, but you're still moving, little by little. And isn't that something to be proud of in itself?
You're right. It just feels so daunting to even start to take that first step. I don't even know if I deserve it at this point. But I know to move forward, I have to accept I'm never going to fix things with Yui. I need to let her go. So much of me, so many parts of me I hate are tied to her. I realize now that she should never forgive me. Not after all those awful things I did. And that's okay. I deserve that. But just because I've lost her, it doesn't mean I can't move forward and make new, better connections. I'm scared of hurting people. I'm scared of making things worse, but I need people in my life to challenge me, to take those steps towards, to keep me going forward. So please don't hold back anymore. You and I, Shinku, we can't keep doing things like this. Please. I know you just don't want me to get hurt, but we both need to let go sometimes. You need to let me take those steps. You have to be prepared to let me fall over occasionally. Or else, I'm never going to be someone who deserves to be your friend.
Maiko, I don't know what to say. I'm so sorry. All this time, I was just enabling your stagnation, encouraging you not to move forward, all while telling myself I was protecting you. I was so scared of losing you. I put you into this box. I used you just to protect my own ego, to make up for my own past mistakes. I had no idea in doing so I was keeping you like this, keeping you feeling so guilty, so fragile. I've just been infantilizing you this whole time, controlling you. Of course you couldn't even start to learn from your mistakes. I wasn't letting you make them. I just kept shutting down any discussion. I thought I knew what was best. I thought if I didn't, you'd hurt yourself. But you're right. You're not a child. You're an adult. You're not her, and you're not him. You're you.
I'm just me. And maybe that's scary. Maybe I have to figure it out.
Sorry, my bad.
And no matter what she's like, I promise you, I won't drop you. I'll care about you and be your friend no matter what. No matter the person you grow into. And I'll let you figure that out on your own terms. I won't try to interfere. And I'll care, not because of what you can be for me, but what you can be for yourself. What you can be to prove you can make up for your past mistakes.
Even if it takes me weeks, months, years after we get out,
when we get out, whenever you want, we can hang out. No matter what's happening, no matter how you're feeling, we'll meet up. I can't promise I'll always be close, but I promise you, if you ever need it, I'll only be a phone call away.
you mean it?
Of course! I mean, there aren't many others who can relate to being thrown into a situation like this, are there? No matter what happens, I want to stay in contact, okay?
I'd like that a lot, Shinku. I don't want to be scared of adulthood anymore. I don't want to end up like Dracul. I want to live properly. I'm sick of acting like my life's already over. I've still got time to change things. I'd be silly to just spend the rest of my life rotting away. I know I don't deserve it, but can I ask you one last favor?
No.
Mm-hmm.
I want to try being myself. Even if I am different from others. Even if I stand out. Even if I seem weird. So, can you call me Molly from now on?
Of course, Molly.
Aw. Sorry I had to come here again. I promise I really didn't want to hurt myself. I know, I should have trusted you. But I'm glad I came. I'm glad we had this discussion. Besides, you really did worry me. Those tinning pills are nothing to scoff at. I know. How did you even get your hands on them without getting shocked? Well, before Molly could explain, a figure quickly stepped into the infirmary. Somebody gave them to her. I came as soon as I could. Is she alright? Dr. Elenius! I'm glad you're here. I'm fine, really. Just a little bit of a stomachache. Nothing I can't handle. I didn't take too many. They're just tanning pills. Still, I'd like to check your vitals. I'd rather be safe than sorry. There's a reason those things are banned. They can be very damaging to your liver, Yuzuki. Alright, I understand. What took you so long to get here, if you don't mind me asking? There was a situation between Elias and Chatal. Are they okay? What happened? Elias ended up taking methamphetamine. He's mostly fine, don't worry. What? I mean, I'm not all that surprised, but... Chatel gave him some. It was only a dare. It was only a small quantity. Why did I say it was only a dare? It was only a small quantity. I assume it was some sort of nonsense for a dare, but I had to make sure he was alright regardless. How did she even get him to get our hands on something like that? Didn't we just all agree to limit her access to that sort of thing? I'm uncertain. But I was more focused on the situation at hand to question her. I'm just relieved he's mostly come down now. Dr. Elenius sighed, talking as she moved over to Molly and started checking her condition. She did various small checks for any obvious symptoms. Why did I do that? Okay. This is like unrelated to the game. I'm playing it. I was playing a game of chess, and I blundered my queen, and then the opponent timed out. I started the game because of the talking. Like they're doing lines, and you know, I already played this. I know what's going on. You seem to be mostly fine, but I do think it would be for the best if you stayed here tonight. I'd rather you were somewhere comfortable and closer to the bathrooms than in your stripped cell. That would probably be for the best, just in case. I'll put some painkillers and emetics by the bed in case things start getting worse, or you need to throw up, and run a few more tests to be safe. Would you like me to leave for them? It would probably be for the best. I work best with less eyes on me. Don't you worry, Shinku. I'll be okay on my own. Trust me. Alright, if you're sure. I'll trust you. She was a grown adult. I knew she'd be fine on her own, and after our previous discussion, I didn't want to be overbearing. If that's the case, I'll get out of your hair. Thank you for helping, Dr. Elenius. No need to thank me. It's just basic human decency. I'll see you soon. I'll see you later, Molly. Dr. Elenius seemed to be a little surprised I called her that, but upon seeing Molly's small smile, she shut her lips, coming to a quiet understanding. Have a good evening, Shinku. Oh, and one last thing. Happy Valentine's Day, Molly. Oh.
Though
Aww.
the circumstances aren't really the most ideal, being stuck in the infirmary isn't exactly the most romantic way to spend Valentine's, but still. I hope you can feel how loved and cared for you are today, if nothing else.
Even if I'm not the best person?
Of course, and you'll still be loved and cared for through every step of becoming a better person.
Thank you. That means more than you can know. Happy Valentine's Day, Shinku.
I left Molly in the capable hands of Dr. Elenius, leaving her to rest and get the care she needed. I didn't care that I'd failed my own dare. I was just glad the two of us were able to talk on the same level for once. I walked back to my own cell, trying not to worry about her. I knew she could take care of herself. But on the way back, I spotted someone standing by the showers, a strangely shaken expression on her face. I suppose I shouldn't be surprised given what I was told about what happened, but still. It was weird to see her in that small once again. Maybe it was just strange to see that much guilt in her eyes, considering it was...
Lyra!
Shinku,
Huh? Shinku? What's up? Are you okay? You look really out of it. Oh, the song's name is I Met God. Wowie. Yeah, I'm all good. Don't worry. I couldn't help but doubt that. Is Ezekiel okay? Did Dr. Elenius told me what happened. Yeah, he'll be okay. He's just taking a shower right now. I thought I might help him. And are you alright? God, I'm so fucking selfish. Hey! I don't need a pep talk from you, of all people. He was so willing to take it. It's like he almost instantly understood that it was... He didn't ask questions. He just understood I wanted it hidden, so he did it. And then he just had to go and tell me when he was high that his dare involved doing something similar to me. And that he couldn't go through with it. Oh! But he's done all of his other dares. He even put that salt on Mint's grave so nothing else could grow, even though it destroyed him. But for some godforsaken reason, he couldn't bring himself to hurt me. I couldn't even show him the same respect. I'm such a hypocrite, Shinku. Ace is right. I am pathetic. I'm like I don't care. Like I just... No, I'm a bad person. Like I just know I'm bad. That's the end-all, be-all, and I could care less about how people really think of me. What a fucking joke. If I really didn't care, I wouldn't have let him do this. I'd just let my secrets come out, but... I can't. I can't do it. I'm so scared of everyone seeing how sad I really am. How stupid and pathetic I am. How much I've just fucked up throughout my life and never taken accountability. Of course I care. I care how stupidly close that verdict was. I just wanted people to give enough of a shit about me to tell me I was messing up. That the way I was going about things was wrong, that I needed to stop. And I did, but it was so split I don't even know what to think anymore. It feels more like a light slap on the wrist than out of genuine concern for me. I could keep going until I overdose and people still wouldn't have anything to say about it. It would just be a shame. That's it. Everyone would move on, wouldn't they? Lyra. Shit, sorry, you don't need to hear this. I'm being selfish again. It's not selfish to express your feelings. But this isn't about me. I'm not the one who got hurt here, Zeke is. I make everything about me. Or whatever I want people to see me as. But you're probably all already laughing. You're all going to have the last laugh, and I can't keep this up anymore, and... God, I can't keep doing this anymore. I can't keep being like this. I'm just getting people hurt. Something needs to change. And what do you think it is? What do you think that is? I don't know yet. I can't keep being this careless. I can't keep acting like none of this matters. Like I'm not scared. I was just scared to be vulnerable. To be genuine. It's pathetic and immature, but I thought I didn't take things seriously. The deaths wouldn't matter to me. You miss him, don't you? I don't think I've got the right to miss Mint after how much I dismissed his attempts to help me when I was younger, but... God, I feel so stupid for not listening. And I'm too stupid to listen now. He'd be disappointed in me. He'd hate me. I'd hate for him to see me now. Hey, come on now. You have no way of knowing what Mint would think. Zeke just keeps on going on these big long rants about how you and Iz are disrespecting Mint's memory and how much it pisses him off, but I'm just as bad, acting like this. If Mint was alive instead of me, he'd have been able to grow from all this instead of just falling back into these stupid behaviors. But I'm not just going to sit here complaining. I need to do better. Well, that's good to hear. But do you know how exactly you're going to do that? I'm not sure, but I'll figure it out. I have to. I don't want to keep being like this. Doing this to people. Acting like a stupid, immature teenager. I'm just as bad as you're cool. If Sika's going to go to these lengths to make sure I don't get hurt, then the least I can do is become someone who he doesn't just keep around because I'm all he has left. I think it's natural for someone to want to help their friends. I wouldn't put too much pressure on yourself, or see it as you needing to pay him back or anything. Ezekiel can be a little unreasonable, but I don't think he'll hold it against you. He won't. And that's the problem. I'm getting worried he's a little too attached. You know what he said to me the other day? If you die, I'll die with you. Oh! That's insane. I don't know how serious he was being, but Amends' death changed him. He's terrified of being abandoned again. Being alone, being left. He'll hold on to me no matter how awful I get. No matter how I hurt him or me. In his eyes, getting hurt by someone is better than being alone. I couldn't leave him like this. Do you have any idea what that would do to him? But I couldn't stay close to him when I'm like this. I need to make sure I get to the point I don't hurt him or me or anyone. That's understandable. I hope you're able to get there. I'm just feeling weird about it, I guess. When I get attached to people, I tend to only really care about their validation. It's a problem. I get too attached. I eventually just started leaving people to save myself from getting hurt. I thought if I left them before they left me, or before I could even get attached, then maybe I could avoid being hurt again. But getting hurt is part of being human. In trying to avoid it, I hurt a lot of people. Both by leaving them and doing stupid things in my attempt to convince myself I didn't care. It's nice having some stability for once. Your brain is constantly telling you to leave. Can you blame me? It's what I'm used to. It's kind of ironic in a way that the prisoner the prisoner most scared of being abandoned again got attached to the most avoidant, quick to abandon others person here. It's like the sort of relationship you'd seen in a novel. Lyra seemed a little baffled at my response. God, you're kind of cheering people up, aren't you? Sorry. It's fine. I shouldn't be dumping all this on you anyway. I'm sorry, man. I guess I just don't know who else to go to. But it'll be alright. I'll figure something out. I'm sorry you've had to deal with me being a little bit of a dickhead for a while now. Hey, it's okay. It's a bad situation for all of us. No one is going to act entirely rationally all the time. A lesson I had to learn pretty quickly being friends with Ismini. Yeah, I know. I just don't want to be annoying with how irrational I am, you know? At least Ezekiel seemed to be okay. It could have been a lot worse. You could have given him a bigger dose. True, I tried to only give him a little. Where did you get it anyway? I thought we were restricting your access to that sort of thing. Yeah, it was like the weirdest shit ever. I was really pissed about that this morning due to seeing my truth. I knew I couldn't let that shit get out no matter what, but I had no idea how I was going to get my hands on some meth, especially when I was restricted. But then, when Laura pulled me aside after the meeting, she just gave it to me. What? Yeah, like, I didn't even ask her for it. She just gave it to me. She could barely look at me when she was doing it, too. The whole thing was weird. plays into the trial. Do you think it was for a dare or something? That's what I was assuming, but it was just strange because she's not done any of her previous ones. She's been fine to let her truths come out. Makes you wonder what she's hiding. I want to trust in her. She's done nothing but help us since we got here. I don't want to make things more difficult for her when she keeps piling up more and more onto herself. I get it. I get that. It just makes me wonder if she only organized those meetings to cover up or frame her truths in a certain way that makes her look better. You think she was lying this morning? Well, all I'm saying is I feel like we were missing some details. Anyways, he should be coming out of the shower soon. You should probably get going. If he gets pissed at your sight when he's sober, I don't want to see what he's like when he's like with you when he's coming down from a high. That's probably a wise idea. I'll see you later, Lyra. Take it easy, and, thanks for hearing me out. Sorry for dumping all that on you. This whole thing's just been a lot. For you and me both. It's for the best that we talk about these things, though. I'm glad you're being more honest to yourself. Yeah, like, for real! Now you can take me and Zeke down in one fell swoop, 2 for the price of 1! What a steal! Don't joke like that. Come on. Sorry, bad habit. Stay safe! Lara smiled at me as I left, giving me a small wave. She seemed a little happier than before, at least. I hope she was serious about wanting to make some changes. I think that would be best for everyone. But I had no idea Ezekiel had become that vulnerable. I couldn't help but be a little concerned. I hoped the two of them would be sensible and work through whatever was going on there. Maybe they just needed to give each other space, figure things out on their own terms. But when you want someone to be safe, you can sometimes hold on to them until they crack. I knew that better than anyone. I was just glad Molly was starting to take those steps on her own. I needed to give her space. She could never be men in the same way Molly can never be Jakul. Wow. The evening approached before I knew it. It had been a few hours since Dr. Elenius did her checks on Molly. I could always go and see if she was okay before bed. It was Valentine's Day. It would feel like a shame to not hang out with someone. Maybe someone was planning on doing something for it? I suppose I could just get some rest to record my fans a special Valentine's Day, but that'd feel embarrassing. Either way, I wanted to do something this evening. Free time! Okay. But we will do this free time event, this final free time event for the chapter, and next time we will finish the daily life and find the body. Yes, I know. Kind of breaking the fourth wall knowing that what comes next, but I don't fucking give a shit. Yes. We will see who gets murdered next time. Bye-bye!